flag is that? Oh, it's just a member flag, apparently.
Start to play.
Oh, and someone we play. Maybe. Is the cat profile just the member thing? Okay, that's a new one. I haven't seen that before. Can we be friends? Please give me your contact information. Oh, okay. Am I playing against myself? Um, okay, let's double Hane here. Sure. Okay. I mean, the letter's working for me, I suppose. But I'm just going to keep center here. And then invade the top left. Peeping, because why not? Because that's the AI move often. Okay, so he defends there. And then we finally do that. Mm-hmm. That was kind of expected. I didn't expect my opponent to just play a normal variation if you play 5-3. You're usually not doing that. So kind of the dragon enclosure. I'm just going to leave it for one move. Let's just build while attacking. Okay. That's interesting. Could just jump here. Just build. That makes the invasion here a lot harder to. Now that one, do I even respond to that one? Let me think about it for a little bit here. If I protect, um, I keep 4 points. And if I don't protect, then white can Atari. And then later we can fight this ko. And if white wins the ko, or let's just say white plays 2 moves in a row there, then white gets 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. It's about 18 points for white versus 4 for me. It's like 26, 27 divided by 3 times 2, so it's an 18-point move or so to play there. Assuming that white can win this, will win this ko, and I don't get any compensation for that. So I think it's not worth it unless we say that this peep here, or the weakness, these 3 stones really are worth it. I think I can also like just extend here, and if bump I have this one, right? And then if this I have this one, and then the corner here is also a ko, so it was kind of the 2 corners which both are kos. Playing a ko with a double Hane variation is not at your advantage. No, I'm not. You're misunderstanding, I think. The point is not that I need to play the ko immediately. The point is that even if white plays this is still a ko, and if white takes again, then it's similar to as if it was a ko that white played and won. That's what I'm saying. In the meantime, the top left is a ko and this is a ko, so it's essentially like I have I have one of those corners, Miai, for sure. Yeah, I did this exchange because this does give me some. For example, I could play this Hane and get some additional resources for this group. Now there is a question of, is this extent here big enough because I have enough of an attack against this? And I don't. Maybe if I have this move, but is that move worth it? I don't know. So maybe I just play this one. And if I've spent the moves, then I play here myself. What about white jumping here, though? I mean, this would be quite a good reduction to get as well, right? If white even plays this one, that would be pretty annoying, and white would build this. So maybe I do want to play this one. Kind of fainting that this cut is something I'm looking at. But my real goal with this move is actually to reduce this. So white spends a move there, indeed, yes. And now I could simply reduce this, or I could just do this, just prevent that white gets this move here, and also reduce the RG inside here. Alternatively, I could play something from that side here, but not sure. So I'll just grow what I have, and then if white spends a move here, then I can still play the double wing kind of thing here. Okay, he takes it out immediately. Interesting. So we could now kind of say, like, this move is a bit inefficient because it gave white this, but this move is also pretty inefficient, right? Hello. And thank you for the follow. Oh, 06 suit. That almost looks like Gouda. But yeah, so it looks like now E18 is basically completely wasted. Ooh, what's going on here? Follow train. At some point I will just be able to read this to say. Oh, actually, really? Siegel? You didn't follow yet? Anyway, I guess I could descend here simply, right? Yeah, usually that's not the move to play. However, maybe actually here I just want to play from this direction anyway, because I'm trying to from Fascia Love. Hello. Maybe I want to just play this and grow my own. And the so the nice thing is that yes, these are dead. However, they do still have like 3 liberties. So if I get to play a move here and surround this, then I could later cut here and still force him to capture them, and then it's even less efficient. I actually wonder about this move. But okay, first I should play here, I think. But this looks like a move that I kind of want to play. It's not an invasion because it's coming from my strength here. It's kind of a reduction and threatening to like destroy this even more and build my own. So I think I'm going to stick with that side. So he descends. That's a normal response there. Then I can extend here, which is pretty much center. At the very least, it gives me like this, and or give me this follow up or something. And even if this, I can still say this. So let's do that. hmm And there's still attack. Actually, I could even choose to play here now. Hmm. Because this one, or even push in right away, right? Even if then this one and or connect and this one, then there's really no. I think this one is really not really annoying for my opponent because I threaten to just push in and peep and then push in and play here. Yeah, building my own corner while keeping some harassment on this group. And it's not like even the push out here. I can play here. And have the Hane, I could cut this. So yeah, my opponent actually spends a whole move there. Wow. I did not expect that move. Um, Now if I were to connect there, is that maybe even Sente? Because if he doesn't react to this, I push in Sente for sure. Then he only has the one eye here. He only has the one eye, then he can push and play here. Hmm. But I think it's also not that urgent, maybe, to play. But on the other hand, if he does get to cut here and I have to respond here, then he already kind of protected this in center, because then if I capture, then I have to push in Gote. If I push and he plays this one, and I push in first, and then block, push in, play here, connect, throw in, then he's also not alive. Okay, I will do this. Hmm. That looks pretty amazing. I got the corner move and I got the outside moves in center, and now I finally get to play the move that I wanted to play, which is typically also the move that white plays from this direction if white wants to not protect the cut from that direction. Um, yeah, this is kind of like at the border of Tomoyo's kind of move. I have Bovin. Doesn't someone know who Bovin is? Because I have a French flag. The viewer, the watcher has a French flag. Now he invades. Okay, he, she, it. Um, interesting. Meanwhile, there is also still some attacking against this whole group if I want. Like the peep here is something. Oh, I see, I see, I see, I see. Ah. But also, I mean, okay, if I cut, that's not sent to 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties. Unless you say that I have this one and I can do some kind of I can do some kind of ko there, but that's probably too much. Also, the top left is still a ko, so. Top bottom left is something like 23 points. Already the capture counted into that. And otherwise white has like, say we have this and this. 5 points on the right. So white has like kept on something like 28 plus Komi, like 35-ish, and whatever this is. And I have the 10 here for sure. Something here, something here, something here. Hmm. I'm if I just do this and white attaches under. White did invade really deep. Can I just bump this even? Don't think I want to respond from this direction because there's still some RG here anyway. Maybe if I allow this and then Atari and then full back and just connect. Didn't really gain much here, I don't think, because he already. Where can you see a full rundown? While watching my streams, that's where you can see a full rundown. Hmm. No, the truth is the challenge is not complete. It is growing as I proceed. Because I'm not I have the general outlier of a challenge, like the probable chapter names and what their main purpose is. Um, but I don't want to create something and then have to change it all the time because I realize, oh, this is maybe too early, or this is maybe something that I need to practice. So it's more like a. I would also see in the games that I play what might be something that emerges from this because I'm not usually not playing this kind of calm style, or at least I haven't for a while. So I don't even know what kind of challenges for myself emerge while I'm challenging myself with this. Screw it, I'm just going to play my first intuition. I don't know uh, what best to do here. If he attaches under, I can play here, play here. Yes, I then still could cut here. Okay, interesting. I mean, this would just be the normal move, right? Then white gets to Hane here. I get to play, white gets to cut. I could just descend down here. That would, of course, be the super calm option. I could also Hane here. Huh. If I played this and he plays this and I play the Atari here first. Uh, no, sometimes people just don't know how to deal with a certain kind of style. I have some people who are weaker than me on paper, but I have a very hard time beating them because they have a style that, so far at least, has eluded me. But maybe now with my change, it would be easier there too. Yeah, maybe I actually just descend and just don't give any weakness here, but this might be also a bit too passive. On the other hand, that's exactly the kind of move that I would not play in the past. And it just makes myself stronger, so let's just do that. It's not like him jumping out here, it's still behind enemy lines. Yeah, okay, so that one. Now, if I play this one, and he cuts, and I Atari, and Ataris, and I connect, and he connects, and I play here, then he has some RG here that I don't like, so. Blitz is trial 2. Trial 1 is Peacekeeper, trial 2 is crisis management. Um, exclamation mark PS2, I think, to get more information on that one. At least the levels, I think I showed there. So I have trial 1, which is Peacekeeper, trial 2, which is fast games, and trial 3, which is endgame training. But I haven't streamed endgame training yet, or haven't done much endgame training this year so far yet. Okay. Just stick to the solid options here. Yeah, you can see that I hesitate a lot because I'm not used to being the one with the Moyo and having to defend it. So sometimes I don't know if it's if I can kill or if I should kill or if it's good enough to just let the opponent live and so on and so forth. Oh, what? That's not the normal move. I mean, that one I obviously defend. I mean, it's not like it doesn't work for the opponent, but it's very unusual. I could peep here. But anyway, this is now all strong. I mean, hmm. I could literally just go here and grow this even more again. It seems better than the other here. Okay. Not yet, but actually that could be a good idea because I want to do that anyway. I don't know if you're on my Discord yet, but that could be a good idea. Let me make a note of that on my Discord to just show all the levels that came before. Um, I create the challenge so I channel so I remember. That way I can even anyway. Okay, I mean this is not like that's so big for White to play here anyway because he has to still play here. I could actually play here. That's also a pretty big move. But this is also pretty big. He could play. Okay, let me do this because I've been wanting to do it for a while. Yeah, so we could kind of. I mean, now White also has less points here because later I have this kind of end game to. Oh wow, what? Is that even Senti? What does that do? What does that threaten to do? Some cut here, I suppose, but hmm. I suppose it threatens some kind of cut here. I mean, I can just play here now. If I let White play here, then again I get. I mean, okay, it would be a Pinocchio in the center, so maybe I respond once. Hmm. I guess I could even bump here now. Because if he doesn't respond and I bump here, and he plays here and I play here, the Hane, but I think I just bump. And now this cut is also protected because I just literally can just capture it, drive it into this stone here. And because, I mean, my group here is completely live, right? So him playing here now and just going inside here, this area is not that big. So yeah, maybe I actually just make a base here. I could also play this one. But I'm weaker on that side, so that also helps my corner group. I think I mean, at the moment, it's pretty safe to say that there's not really any invasions left on this board. I am even thinking about adding a move here, to be honest, because that would make a lot of points for sure. But this is also mutual points and pressures this group to some extent, so. Also, I have this peep here now, which is threatening to cut off here, so maybe I can do this one at some point. Yeah, that one is pretty annoying, no? This one, and if he has to defend here and I push down, then this whole group is locally not alive yet. Okay, but here I can push in. My opponent is really insisting that the middle is that urgent, but he can still invade it from so many option areas, so I don't know. Like I said, I'm not used to this kind of game, so I'm confused in several ways. I'm afraid of losing the top right corner. I wouldn't say I'm afraid of losing it, but I know that there's RG, especially after white has still a stone here. So I know that my opponent could get it. So I wouldn't call it afraid, but I'm aware that there's RG there. Ah, but this now would protect against this. But okay, in for a penny. He does play the Atari, though. Interesting. Is this the idea to play here now? I mean, now Tutanuki would be kind of weird because then I would be able to Atari. And if he counter Ataris, I capture in center, and if he doesn't, then I can extend down. I guess it's not quite center, huh? Also, I can play this one. If he plays this, I just can't play it in center anymore. Because I'm not threatening to cut this off. Whoa. Whoa, dude. I can actually... Okay, I could cut this off now. And then white still has a floating garbage stones in the middle. He does get the Atari here, though. Let's again quickly check. Yeah, so something like 22 points to this. Though as soon as I get to cut, he has 1, 2, 3, 4 liberties. If he doesn't react immediately, then I could play here, 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 and get all of these incentives. So that also means that the weaknesses here are a lot less dire. Because I can always threaten to cut, and then he has to add moves, or he has to play the core, which then threatens to revive my group, which is also not that amusing. What if I peep, and do I just place the tiger mouth here? Hmm. Okay, again, white has the 22 here. Now white has nothing here, and this something here. So I still about the 35 or so that I counted earlier. I have the 10 here. Or I guess the 5 more here, right? So I have like 10 here. Some here. Yeah, so that's also why I'm usually don't a fan of this because I guess okay, if I could claim that these are mine, Then I have another 20-ish or so here. And with the 10, okay, actually this is now more because this is no longer white center, so it's more like 1, 2, uh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, this is my center, 1, 2. It's more like 11, okay, it's not that much more. um, but yeah, with all the possible attacks here. But how do I play this? How do I play this the best way pushable? Okay, let's see. If I play this one, and he plays the tiger mouth here. Alternatively, I could also peep here. Then if he connects, then I can descend here in center. Then white has to connect, and then I can push down. Then white is not alive with his whole group. Hmm. Curious. If I cut in Atari, I cut in Gote. This one is also Gote though, but I could just leave it. The problem, okay, I guess if this one comes, then I could peep first and then descend. And then I still have this one. So if this one I can peep first. So maybe I just leave it right now and we just play another big move here, which is either this one or I could extend here or even play this one. This one. If you then just place the wedge, the wedge here. Hmm. Then I could play the Atari here and then just play this. Yeah, maybe this one, huh? If you place this one, I could. Can I? If you place this one and I push out. Well, like actually, if you place this one, I can just cut. Hmm. Hmm. Play here, turn. Then cut here, and that's center. Yeah, because I'm so strong everywhere here, my feeling with this whole
Yoyomi now
position.
starts.
He connects there.
Nine, 8, 7, 6.
Now he could wedge. I could Atari here and play here. Nope, okay, he just helps me fix my shape to some extent. And then speaking of extend, now I can extend here, which now is even more forcing than it was before, I suppose. Again, I think for the rest of the game, we don't really have to be afraid of playing an
9,
invasion.
8.
So I think I passed the challenge for this game already. At least I can't see where I could possibly play an invasion in this in this on this board. Again, why does have a core here with B2 anytime? Actually, how do you play this exactly? Oh, really? Huh? Man, my opponent's trying really hard to I don't know what is my opponent trying really hard to do here. I'm actually confused what my
9,
opponent's plan is, to be
8,
honest.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's just play the solid move here. And I'm also now, like, you can see white was really hard, trying hard to destroy this area. Um, then white was really trying hard to destroy this area, but I transferred this to this. I transferred this to this, so... Actually, maybe just extend here.
9, 8, 7, 6.
Maybe just extend, because then my Kema here is not an issue. Okay, he finally defends there. But that's Gote again. That's not making any points, right? So, I'm legit tempted to just play this one. Also, okay, if I play this, then my corner is so I
9,
can't play this
8,
one.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I already asked this question once, though. He defends this way. Then if I play here, anytime later, I do threaten to cut off the outside stones, but the stones here are alive, so that doesn't really change much. Hmm. Actually, I think I might just defend my corner here and put more
9,
pressure on
8,
these.
7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Just eliminate some uncertainty here. Mm-hmm. Okay, I do need to be a little bit careful that my group here doesn't get in any big pickle. Still have this one though.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let me spend a Biomi here. I could play this, and if diagonal, I can just play here, no? Be fine. I guess I could also just still just bump here and do something here.
9, 8, 7.
But by the way, notice that white made points early in the game, uh, capturing this, living here. But the rest of the game, currently at least, my opponent is essentially um, spending just running in Dame. So that's fun. If he descends, okay, if you wanted to say if he descends here, then I can play this one actually. And if he plays here, I can still just live in the corner. So, and that doesn't give him any eye shape here. That way, fascinating. Um, I guess I just extend here.
9, 8, 7,
Don't
6,
want to
5.
Hane there. Okay, he attaches. that one, I'm happy to just defend my shade. Yeah, he did live very painfully on the right. I would have never played this way. Even I would have rather died than play this way, just like I did in the bottom left.
9,
Okay, if he extends, um, this way, then I think I bump. Then I still have to decide what's the best way. Maybe I really just play a move like this. B17. Yeah. That's what I was saying. That I didn't think that was any good. I think I do poke the dragon jump here because I still have just this. If he cuts, there shouldn't be any story here, as Jeff likes to say. And then I do threaten to surround, which then is painful again. Or I could even just play here and force him to kind of do something there. Yeah. If he descends, and I think I think this one is the one that I want to pick here. Because if he plays descend, then I can just play here, and then even if he plays this, it's not center. Right, so we just play this one. In fact, is this one even center? If he descends, and I ignore, and he plays the Hane, I play there. He plays there, I play here, then they still have this outside liberty. So I think the descent is not even center. That's why this is the best way, I believe. Let me quickly check again. He plays this one. Okay, so he does choose to do this immediately. Mm, hmm.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let me spend my Biomi. Let me learn from my lessons. Because that was something that I also did. I would just rush the forcing
9,
moves instead of
8,
taking my time and, well, in this case, talking to chat, I suppose, but, you know, uh, actually using my time to calculate stuff. Tatari and this one. I could literally just Atari here if I wanted to and not even give him any extra forcing moves here. Let me calculate this in the meantime. If he harness, I play here. If he plays this one, then I can just play here. Ah, but if he has this one, hang on. He plays this one. No. I said he has. Okay, damn it, yeah. Obviously now he does this. But okay. I still get this one later as a pretty big move as compensation for not getting this.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
What? What are you talking about?
9, 8,
Yeah, I
7,
think I'm well
6,
ahead, no?
5,
But I have fought that
4,
in the
3,
past
2.
and had a rude awakening, so if he does this, can I play this one? Maybe I just let him live in the corner and then yeah, this one is huge. It's huge. Yep, so he bumps, that's expected. If he harness, I might think about double Hane. Or I could actually sacrifice, because again, I'm super strong here. I could actually sacrifice this stone. If I did this now and he does this and this, then he does this, then I play this and this one is not center.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Maybe I just do this and keep the corner. Because after this one and connecting, I can actually connect here and center too. Or I could play this one. Oh hey, Badoskola. Welcome to my cave. Yeah, but I have
9,
said so in the past that I'm definitely winning, and then all of a sudden I lost by 2 points. So I'm very careful with that claim these days. And if he captures, then of course that's also just good. I'm thinking I could play this one, and if he does this, I could play this one, and if he does this, I have this Atari. It's not quite Sente.
8, 7, 6.
This one is for sure Sente, but it does give White a couple more points. This. He doesn't react. I capture. Yeah. I do react to that one because I don't want him to cut and play all this. And I still, with this way, I still keep this option.
Nine, 8, 7.
I guess I could just play this first, and I guess, but then he could play this one. And if I play this first and then this, then he can extend up, so. Hmm. Maybe then just connect. And then I can still push in here. Hang on, I push in. I actually, if I connect and he does this one, then I can still get this end game here anyway, so never mind. I should just connect, I think. Let's not try to be. That's also something. Of course, in Go, you want to optimize and you want to be as efficient as possible. Yeah, kind of figured. Uh, but you also don't want it to be at the to the extent that you are losing your mind because you're trying to optimize for 1 or 2 points in the middle game. Meanwhile, you miss that somewhere your group is dying. So
9, 8, 7.
what do I do? I mean, I guess this one is big, right? I could just play this way, and then if he descends, I could cut here later. Yeah, okay. Let's connect first. I mean, white has at most 50 points, I
9,
believe.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
And if I'm very pessimistic, I think I can already see 60 points for me. So yeah. I guess I can just enclose this. This I don't want to play because it might be Dame. But this one. Maybe this is the timing to do this one.
Nine,
Yeah, and then could I maybe even attach here? No. I think I just defend this. I think nothing else seems bigger. Nothing else matters here. This is smaller, definitely, right? If he jumps in here.
8, 7, 6.
Could be something about, but no, I don't. Okay, I calculated this. There's not enough RG here. He could maybe defend. Yeah, okay. He is creating a few points here, but also not really because I can still enter from this direction, so it's not that much either. I do wonder, do I want to play this one? Ah, now he answered that question for me, kind of. But this way, after connection, I can now push in, so he can't block. Now he can't block for sure. I guess he wouldn't have done that anyway, so never mind that. Also, I should lose my Bioyomi once again. That I block. What is the best way? Maybe I think in this case just solid connection to not give any co-threats, right? This is not a position where this is safer, or no, this just the one that gives the least co-threats. Meantime, I should still check a6.
9,
I ignore.
8, 7,
He pushes in, he
6,
captures.
5,
As long as I have this liberty, I think a6 is not center. a6 I ignore. He plays here. I play the Hane again. And then this and this is Miai. If I double, then he can just wedge here and center. So let's just
9,
extend here.
8, 7.
Oh, wow, okay, he spends that move. All right. I mean, I guess it's not small, but is it really the biggest left on the board? I guess there's not that much big left, huh? Maybe actually playing here.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
It might be Seki though.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Ah, So that might be worth it. I don't know. Never mind. Whatever. There is still some RG here though, so I'm kind of tempted to just okay, if we do this and white plays here. Maybe I just play here now.
9,
Because this area is
8,
not that interesting
7,
anyway, so
6, 5.
actually maybe a protecting move here is also pretty big. This might have not been big enough. Hmm. Ah, damn it. Okay, anyway. Um,
9, 8, 7. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Me, I I think I play worse. I think I actually legit think I play worse when I think the game is good for me. Giving me an unfair advantage, yeah. Um,
9,
and thank you for the follow. Hmm. Maybe just defend this way, or I could do this one, and if Atari,
8,
I could Atari
7,
here.
6, 5, 4.
Because this way I'm actually attacking the 3 stones here. And then if I extend here, or jump, maybe jump. Then I am actually threatening to. Well, now I'm threatening. I'm threatening to cut off these 3 stones. So
9, 8, 7.
I'm destroying this area now in center. Interesting. I can't. Ah, no. Okay, I see. Do I see? Hmm.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Hmm. Just okay. Yeah, he defends now. Now I can play this one. I can play this one, right? Now it's center for sure, because I am threatening, so now I get this. Actually, is this the best way, or I guess there's...
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
I think this because it gives Let's Go threats to my opponent. And then if he after he connects... No, this is an I, so... Uh, hmm. The descent here is pretty big, I think, because then I threaten to play this, and then I also threaten to play this, and then actually I could play this one. Um, if I peep, you can just play that one, though.
9, 8, 7, 6.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I think just defend solidly, because then if he connects, then that's fine. Then I can still play this one or something here if I want to first. And the cut here, I guess it's only... Well, I guess the cut here actually, then this one is center, but does that give me that much?
9,
Not sure.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Yeah, I still count a maximum of 50 points for my opponent. And I count something like 45 already for this, and I haven't counted this, so that's another 5 or so points. That's true. So 50 there. I also still have the potential to play this. That's another 1 and something point that I could possibly get. That one does give me this one incentive now, though, and then I can reduce this somewhat, some more. And I didn't count any points for me here. Yeah, that sounds about right.
9, 8.
If he wedges and I cut and he plays the Atari and I connect, then he could maybe capture this one stone here. The good thing about all these exchanges is that now my area here is a lot more solidified. Now there is no... Before I was maybe worried about some RG here, but now for sure there's nothing. Now actually this one is also still there. So no matter if white doesn't play here or any other forcing move, this one is not forcing, because after this one, capture this one, I still have the outside liberty. Okay, so he defends that one. But that wasn't the biggest move. That wasn't a good move. That wasn't the best move. That wasn't even a good move. Hello. Did he think this was center, or am I missing something? Oh, okay. Yeah, that's fair. Hmm. He can push in once in center, but this is so strong. I can peep once. Can I? Okay, I can't play this peep because of this Atari. This is really big though, because it captures this stone. No, isn't this really, really big? This is... No, because white can defend. So, okay, that defended against this one too, I suppose. And I mean this, okay. Anyway,
9, 8, 7, 6.
because that does capture this stone here. That's at least, that's 3 points for me. Wasn't the bottom move 5 points in Gote? What are you talking about? 5 points? Where do you see 5 points? Which side looks like 5 to 6 points too? Yes, I know the move, J17, but I'm confused as to where you see that being worth that many points.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5.
No, it's only the one captured stone. Unless you no, I don't know what you mean, to be honest. Ah, he makes an eye this way, I suppose. Yeah, that makes sense. Capture here is not really worth that much because I don't destroy any point. But this one also gives me this peep, so yeah, he's now alive with this group for sure. Ah, that's why. That's why, because he wanted to make this eye after I played here. He still, oh, I didn't even think about that this group is. I mean, of course, I thought about this group being not alive yet. Aha, interesting. But the peep here first. Tari, he could push in here, but then I could block this. Ah, because he still has this one. Okay, let's just block here.
9, 8, 7.
Yeah, there was this follow-up here, but I can't imagine that that is as big as what I got here. Actually, I have still 3 Byoyomi left. Wedge here, Atari here, connect. Then he gets to Atari. I mean, I guess, yeah, that was kind of expected. Is he claiming that my whole group? Well, no, because I captured the stone. That additional to that, this um this also helped my group because I now have this as an eye for sure. 2 point near it? No. White can push in. You are aware of that, right? No, 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 no.
9,
The problem is that black doesn't have any points here. So the follow-up moves are not that worth that much. Okay, sure. Capturing there. I guess capturing here would make this a point. And it would make my opponent strand a co-threat.
8.
Sure, doesn't hurt to capture once, I suppose. And then this whole thing, yeah, this whole thing is actually worth. If he captures, he gets 1, 2, 3, 4.5 points there. Yeah, that's probably too big, so I shouldn't fight this ko. Oh, also he cannot. Okay, I see. He cannot do this. Let's just connect here. I think that's the reasonable option. And then later, I'm also fighting about this point later, though. Maybe I can play this one now. This must remove the liberty here too. You know what?
9,
Let's not risk it. I have co-threats too, yes, but sometimes you want to not make the game more complicated when you're already winning. Because I still very vividly remember it was can this one I can actually just connect, right? Because even after okay, he gets the Hane connect and Sente. Actually, it's not Sente for him to. He only threatens to capture once.
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 2 Byoyomis left.
This one is not even that important to get, so. Exactly, why risk it if you don't need the biscuit? That's the correct way to look at this.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I still remember very vividly. I had a tie jam game like I don't know 5, 6 years ago, probably by now, um, where I was ahead by like 14 points, and um, maybe I just play this one actually.
9,
Um,
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2,
I was ahead by 14 points, and I just kept playing a meaningless half-point ko at the end. And then all of a sudden, I hear a big, like this capture stone sound. And yeah, I had completely forgotten whose turn it was to play a ko threat, had not answered my opponent's big Atari on a huge amount of stones, and lost the game.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
So ever since then, I'm very wary of playing a half-point ko. Classic formative experience. Yeah, exactly. I'm very astutely aware of the possibility of this kind of thing happening. If I play this one and Atari, I still owe a move inside anyway, huh? So maybe I can play this one. How about that
9,
one?
8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And then this one is actually worth something. Mm-hmm. And now this is actually threatening to... No, because he didn't know, never mind. Okay, anyway.
9, 8,
He cannot... Okay. But he cannot wedge here. I can just Atari here, and then if he extends, I capture. I can still play this one as a... Because it's a 1-point reverse center.
nine, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Okay, sure. But yeah, that was weird because there was 0 points here anyway. That's why I didn't play this one earlier. Huh? Why? The fuck is that? If he throws in, I just play the Atari from this side. If he captures, I play here. There's nothing he can do about... What is that?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Huh? I just told you this is not working. My opponent is obviously not stream sniping. And this, even in a calm game, even in a peaceful style, this is why you still need to know Tomago. Oh, I had the opposite experience once. I fought a half-point ko because thought I was losing by half, then made like a 4-point move to win the ko and lost by 3.5. And I was confused because I should have lost by 4.5.
9, 8,
Turns out I was leading by half a point. If I had just not fought the ko at all and not tried so hard to win it, I would have just won by half a point. So, yeah. Okay, that is a 1-point center move. This is a 1-point center move. This is nothing, I suppose. There's nothing here. This is 1-point reverse center move. This ko, I suppose, is still worth... Actually, this ko is not. This ko is worth something.
9,
But I think it's
8,
maybe...
7,
No, this is also
6,
only 1.5
5,
points.
4, 3, 2.
Let's just block. The lesson here is never try. I see you have never met Brandon Lee Mulligan. Those who count on all the others. Yeah, there's 10 types of people. Those who understand the binomial system and those who don't.
9, 8, 7.
Yeah, this is not even a 2 because you can push in here and then push in here. So this is only, I guess this is 1.5 points. The ko we fight for 2 points, so it's like a
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Last Byoyomi.
if we fight this for 2 points, that's like a 1 and a 3rd point move. Huh? Why? I'm threatening he pushes. Why?
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4.
Why do you think it's only 1 point? I Hane connect. That's 1 point that is removed from him. And later, if he pushes in, later he still has to push in here to remove this point, no? So it's 1.5. Is that a co-thread even? I don't. It might actually not be a co-thread. He extends.
9, 8.
Not sure, so let's just. Actually, the Hane connect here also. Actually, it's bigger. It's even bigger because it's just 1 point in center, essentially, no? Because if I get an eye here on the bottom side, then this is also a point. Yes, some famous last words, indeed. And because of this liberty here, there's no liberty shortage here that I need to worry about. Also no liberty shortage here or here. Yep, okay, so now the ko, I guess the ko is the one, okay, the ko is now just the, no, but then there's also this cut, so the ko is actually bigger. The ko is actually bigger. Hmm.
9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
But the problem is I can't like if he pushes in here, then I have to win the code to actually okay, if I no, but that's okay. Let's fight this code. No, I can. Okay, let's if wait, is that not a mistake? Can't I capture
9,
this stone?
8.
Hang on. Hang on. If I play this, and he plays this, and I play this, and he throws in, and I capture the Ataris, and I connect.
Nine, 8, 7, 6, 5.
As long as I have all these liberties here, I should be, and on the liberties here too, I should be fine there. Wait, I'm silly. No, he can of course just connect back here. Okay, I'm being silly there. Yeah, that was a little bit stupid.
9, 8.
Oh well. At least it didn't lose me anything. It's just Sente and I guess I took the ko here, which I could have taken any time later. This was not amazing. That being said, I'd need to add this move anyway later if I'm separated here, so I suppose this is not that big. So I think taking this one was better anyway. Um, There's also still the ko here.
9, 8,
Yeah, as long as I'm connected here, all of these don't really matter, and sure. Oh, there's also still this one, which I completely forgot about. So let's just take another reverse 1-point cente, right? Because there's nothing here in terms of problems. So might as well just take this one.
nine, 8, 7,
Sure. And yeah, because I have so many liberties, there's no threat about like pushing and throwing and all that good stuff. I think okay, he is trying to get there. Because if this is Atari, no, but then this one is not even Atari, so he can't even do that. Okay, never mind. He could Atari and connect, but then he also still has only
9,
3
8,
liberties.
7, 6,
Connecting D13 is 3 points. I don't think it's 3 points. Where do you get 3 points? I don't get 3 points. Or in terms of, no, I don't know. I suppose we just take the 1-point move here because there's literally nothing left that I can do about co-threats, and I really don't want to continue fighting this ko if I don't need to, so let's just take away this point. Okay. That is a point if he gets to play there. Actually, that is Sente because he could Atari and Atari, so I need to connect here for sure. Okay, then he connected, yeah. And then we just have 2 kos left, so I will just connect here because later I need to do anyway. Right, because later he takes away the liberties
9,
here, and I have to
8,
spend a move here,
7, 6,
and I also have to spend a move here. I mean, more than one, obviously, yes. That doesn't change anything because I'm connected here, so all of these are still my points. Then he connects the ko, I connect the ko. And then I have to still play here, and that's the game. It's not Chinese rules, so we don't need to finish the the komi? Anyway. Now H9. Yes, everything is dummy now. No, 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 no. The auto match, the auto match matches are all Chinese rules. But when you ask for a game, I think Well, for me, it's set to Japanese rules, so I need to add this, right?
9, 8, 7.
And then there's no extent or anything here with this. So it was really useful to actually capture this stone because I don't think there was ever anything inside here. But now I was, after capturing the stone, I was 100% sure that there is nothing inside here. So that's always good. How strong was my opponent again? Oh, okay. Yeah. Um, 3 out of 4 wins in the last 4 games. Oof, I win by 18 and a half. Yep. That's not bad. I guess I could have requested counting earlier, but peace kept, yes, indeed. I never invaded forehead. This level is, I mean, I don't know. I expected to lose that much. I expected to lose a lot more in chapter 1. Um, but I guess maybe this was the recipe all the time to improve my game, especially on Fox, I suppose. Because I'm now before 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I had 10 losses in 11 games, and now the last 6 games. Wait, did this not count? Hang on. No, this is correct, right? Now the last 6 games, I won 3, lost 3, but one of the losses was the half point loss from yesterday. Yes, a tiny efficiency I don't expect to come anytime soon. That's why I think this is actually a good way to improve because it exactly gets me out of this. I need to play perfectly the whole time. No, I don't need to play perfectly. That's not true in any game unless you play Ding Hao or someone, I guess. Um, but but especially when I have been trying way too hard to be as efficient as possible, trying to play that perfect is actually kind of the opposite of playing well. Huh, man. And I think it was probably even I mean, okay, to be fair, the opponent really played the opening very horribly, I think. And then I think in the late middle game, I played some dubious ones. But overall, winning by almost 20 in the end, sheesh. Um, I seem to always think the game is closer than it actually is, no matter whose turn. Because 2 games ago I lost by 9.5, and I thought the game was close. 3 games ago I won by 14.5, and I guess I didn't think much in that game.
Someone invites you to play.
But yeah, maybe to come back to what I was saying, I don't think I will use the force count in long games because if I get to practice my end game, then all the better. Because, I mean, spoiler alert, but one of the levels actually has to do with end game, so I have to get there. It's funny to see that so many times no, the reason that makes a player win is not the reason of a fight in the game. In what way do you mean? Not the reason of a fight in the game? You can force count apparently any time. No, not force count, I mean. Sorry. I mean just offer to count. And then the game ends. That's what I meant, sorry. Yeah. I had a game, yes, win the winning territory areas. Yeah. So you mean that you can win without a fight? Most fights don't change the score. Hmm. I don't. I honestly don't quite follow because fights, if they go well or bad, they do change the score. So, or while you're fighting, you are creating territories sometimes. So I don't know. I don't quite know what you're trying to say. Maybe someone can help me out and translate. If No, but so the whole challenge, I mean, I think I've said about 20 different things what the main idea of this challenge is. But one of the ideas I had with this challenge is that I tend to pick fights that are not good for me, or just cut somewhere because I think, oh, I have to cut this, right? Because I played so passive in the past and now I play so active that I playing a solid move or just growing my own area and not just destroying the opponent's area or attacking the opponent's group feels like I'm not doing enough, right? So the whole challenge is more about realizing that enough is enough and that I don't need to push my luck when I already won 3 fights or when I already got away with murder when I picked a fight that shouldn't even have been good for me. Would you play audience? I think not for this challenge, to be honest. Depends. Maybe. But I don't know. It's kind of it's like I sometimes play one color go against someone who doesn't know. And I feel like playing one color go against someone who knows that I play one color go. Many times that a fight is done in the end, it did not count much in the score. See, I still don't agree with that. I'm sorry. But okay. Um, let's review this sucker here. Um, Maybe you're thinking of pro level where they make wild exchanges and in the end someone still wins by half a point. But at least at this low level that I'm playing at, fights definitely change the score much. Yes, but my games currently are also pretty calm. And there's not much fighting, so your point kind of doesn't stand because if there's no fight, you can't say that fights didn't change the score. Right, just as a reminder, this was my last game where I just created this big area and there was never any big fight. There was never any regroup on this whole board the whole time. So um, there was no fight. Okay, we can skip the opening once again because here I was thinking because usually you want to play this one when you have the ladder, right? When you have this ladder, you want to play this because here, right? This is just you can quickly show that this is going. Here's a neat trick, by the way, if you didn't know this yet. If you don't want to read out the whole ladder until the end, you can just place the Hoshi stone at Tengen. And unless there's anything in between, now you can see that if there was a stone here, then the ladder is broken. So just a neat little trick if you usually shouldn't shortcut reading out ladders, but that's a little bit of a shortcut on an empty board. But yeah, because the ladder works, usually this is the kind of variation. And then you can Tenuki as Blake, but I usually like to not Tenuki here, and if I have to play this, then I'm building the bottom side, which is very easy to invade because of this one still. Again, like you have this this thing again, and you have this one. And because I thought, oh, it's so well invadable, I'd rather keep more of my corner, of this corner, not my corner, but this corner, not have any trouble with this group ever, because this is a bit uncomfortable now, and not give white the influence here quite as easily. So while this might have been the better choice when you have a ladder, you should do this. This is not the kind of game that I want to play. I don't follow AI top moves because they are the best. I follow my own moves that make sense with my strategy. And I mean, this is like minus 0.2 maybe or something like that. So yeah, and then the peep, that makes sense. Then this. See, this is the dragon enclosure, and usually the invasion is bad, so I was very tempted to fight here. But here's another little nice trick that I learned from Jeff. Whenever the opponent plays something unusual like this, and you think, well, this should be the right move, stop yourself and think, what does the opponent want? The opponent wants exactly this. The opponent has researched this most likely and wants you to fall into their prep, kind of like chess. They kind of want to make you a chess player. So even though I knew that something here should be the best, I just thought, well, I know this shape now after white does this because I play the dragon enclosure and I know this. So maybe this lost like a half a point. Maybe this lost like half a point. However, um, I know now exactly what to do about this, and I don't fall into my opponent's prep, and I didn't need to fight here. This empty triangle thing on d15? What do you mean? This empty triangle thing on d15? You mean something like... You mean that something like this happens here? Or what do you mean by empty triangle? Yeah. That's also what I saw, and I was considering to just make some life like this, but I also didn't like that. Or to attach here, and then if this to extend, and then it's basically the same with something like this. But yeah, again, I just thought, okay, let's just let my opponent be mad because I didn't fall into their prep, and now he's actually in my prep because I know these variations quite well. um, yeah, and then this one seemed way too slow, no? I mean, I understand that this helps this group, but it's not like, so for example, let's say white just plays some big move. It's not like I'm going to cut here now. And even if I do cut, now white could play this one still. But more likely white can even just play here, right? So if my plan is not to cut and just play here, then now white could still just connect if white wanted to. So, and if white wanted to play, like this move seemed, I don't know if my opponent expected to get center with this move. That he thought, oh, this is normal, what you do. But that's a very fixed idea. So yeah, this one seemed weird to me. Maybe it's perfect and I'm bashing a completely fine move, but this seemed slow to me. Then I got to jump here, which is really big. Um, in terms of safety on this side too, as you could say, see later, it was very hard for my opponent then to invade. And then white played this, right? C15. Oh, let me check what you're saying. C15, D15. These true. I could also do that. That's true. Yeah, that's true. I could have done that. But then maybe white does this one, I think. And then there's some ladder dependency, I believe, here. Or something. I don't remember. But yeah, there's some very nasty variations with the just extend, yeah. So because white has so many choices, I just wanted to say, yep, nope, not doing that, and white chose to just simplify. Yeah, and then here, again, to me this seemed too slow because so my reasoning for this is the corner territory itself is not that big, not as big, especially if you think that white has to spend many moves to capture this. But also, white was already super strong here, and with these 3 stones. So yeah, that's why I just picked to play this. FYI, if now I don't know, okay, we can just play this. White has this one, and then it's a ko. And then I believe you play here. Something like that. I don't remember. Yes, I let bottom left become a ko. Once again, maybe I have to figure this out. Do you do this one now? Or I think you do this one and then something here. I don't remember. I have to study that one maybe for a second. But usually I don't play this. Usually it's my opponents who do this. So if I play the Dragon Enclosure again, which I'm not doing currently, then I probably should know this. Um, or this should be actually a relatively basic-ish life and death. Too early for top left, white can't easily fix RG from 3-3. Maybe. But that's my strategy. Yes, I let bottom left become a ko because you could see that white now essentially, right? White spent one move, two moves in the game, then three moves, four moves. Four moves here to get like 22 points. Or right, rather 22 and to destroy what, like 4 to 5. So let's be very generous and say that this was 30 points. Then my opponent spent 4 moves to have a swing of 30 points. That seems too small. Of course, it does change a little bit because it does make these 3 stones stronger. But in the game, white had to play d6 anyway in the end game. And again, e2 seems super inefficient now for some reason. And yeah, again, here I played this one. I was thinking about just playing here. And then if white defends to play something here. What I didn't like is that then white gets to play here. Is it better be better to what? I'm getting a brain aneurysms. Rat. Is it better to set a ko and lose it? Lost it? So I was thinking about this, but my problem with this is then white gets to play here, and that's very annoying because if I push from behind and white does this, no, I can just live locally. I don't need to play A3. If I want to live, I can do it now. But yeah, here, if I, for example, if we do something like this, then there's still RG inside here, right? And white got a lot of left side, and now the RG of this stone is gone. The RG of this stone is also like I would probably need to do something here about it. And first of all, I don't think that is good because I don't think I got more than white. And second of all, I would now have to invade, and that doesn't go against the challenge. If I think that I need to invade, then I will do so. However, if I just play this one, then I'm already growing and reducing, and I might not, like in the game, I might not even ever need to invade. So it makes the game a lot more controllable. When white plays a2, no, not really. If white captures now, if white captures now and I play the same as I did in the game, then white just connects. That's the same as the game. Yeah, that's the same as that's true. Yeah. So I would now. That's also actually very true. Now this is actually also kind of a good exchange for white, but because if I want to lose, if I want to win here, if I want to lose Gote, then it would be better to extend here immediately and just live. However, if I respond to this one now, then white would not respond, and later white can still fight the ko. And even if we just assume that white fights this and I get the same as in the game, then after white connect, well, first of all, white could play this and I have only one liberty on these stones. So the RG against these 3 stones is much lower. And second of all, if white connects, I have just lost a ko threat locally, right? So if we compare this to the game, in the game, I still had this as a ko threat. But if we had this exchanged already, then I lose that ko threat. That was my reasoning actually to not play this anytime soon. And that would have been the same reason why not to play it. But it's even true that losing the initiative is even worse here. Is f17 a threat in this phase? Well, it is a threat, but it's a very bad threat. And once again, I don't want to win this ko. You have to understand that this is not a ko that I want to win anytime soon. So this is only at this point you could even say now the burden is on white. Right before here, the burden is kind of on me to decide should I play here or not? Should I live now or not? But as soon as white played this move, now the burden is on white because now I don't need to, I can't win with I can't live with one move. So now it's more the burden is on white to prove that this move was worth it. So it just hurts to see 8 stones die. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I only see 7. And I mean, this is the kind of thing you. Okay. Let me quickly check because let's see. I changed the move order here a little bit. At this point here, 7, then it's fine. Yeah. Right. If white now had answered here, it's black plus 2.5, so already good for black. But capturing here, yeah, is a 4-point mistake. So it's like more than half a point mistake per stone captured. Because exactly what I did in the game, and I get to press down here. So I was already at this point at move, what was it? Okay, I will have to go back. After white captured here, move 53, I was already leading by 7 points. Sheesh. That's quite a lot. Yeah, and then I got this. And then here I was considering to just descend and just capture these. Right? Because if white now descends, okay, white can descend and you can't do this because this. But then you can just what do you I guess it's similar to the game. I'm actually not sure here how you play this. That's probably something I should study when I continue playing Hoshi, and especially this variation, right? So let me make a note of that. Yes, I know R9, of course. I'm not saying that I'm shocked by this move. I'm just saying that I am not sure what all the follow-ups are that happen here in all the different situations where you might want to capture. R10 now? No. But if this one, you can also play this and then fight this, no? Maybe we can have a quick look here. No, it is the block here, okay. And then after this, you just connect and white has... Okay, I guess that makes sense, right? You connect, and if white insists now, then you can attack this as a whole. Oh, I even spotted the blue move immediately. But yeah, so that's why white typically plays this one locally. I suppose you do the same thing, huh? You just extend, and then if white insists, then you play here. And if white now plays something here, now you could capture here, but you could also Tenuki because you already now have made sure that you get this extra benefit at any point. Oops. Okay, but this shouldn't be bad. I mean, this I have seen this played, I think, and the goal was to just the goal was anyway to just get something on the outside here and then play this one. Yes. That's what my plan. I mean, you can see the game. I didn't go for. I mean, first of all, I'm explaining for some viewers who might be weaker, and second of all, I'm deliberating what other options there could be. Anyway, here I was thinking about just doing this immediately, but this just it helps my corner and it puts so much pressure on these stones. And in the game, you could see it for. I mean, this can't be good, right? Let's have a quick. I play the. Let's say we play this, and this. Now white. I mean, white. At least white has to do some. Oh, it has to cut here, right? At least white has to cut here or connect here, so that later there's this. But with this one. Okay, it's only -1 point, but connecting was also good. Yeah, and here it's already black +9, by the way. I mean, I think we all know that I was winning this game from the start, probably after this happened. Yeah, and then I got this one. I guess, yeah, this one is pretty big. And yeah, again, this is not an invasion because it's coming from my strength, so it's a reduction. Even though it's behind enemy lines, but it's not because this stone is already strong. And then white invade. Here, actually, this is very interesting because I don't want to play here, even though I do have this weakness here and this weakness here. But then maybe white still has this RG here, and I guess white jumps out. There's maybe also not that much. Maybe this is an option. Maybe this is taking away the best option for white to do something here, huh? Because I was also considering this one, but this one has some trouble with jumping out, and if I now want to attack, then white has something here, and I don't know, something here and something here, but maybe it's still not enough, huh? So yeah, I don't know. I think for a long time here, just because I'm not used to this kind of position. I'm not used to this kind of position, I suppose, because there's usually more fighting from the start. Because I play like Pincer Choseki and Dragon Enclosures and stuff, and so my games in the past looked more like, oh, there's a fight, oh, there's another fight, oh, there's another fight, or it's endgame, maybe. And so to have to defend your Moyo. L5, like I said, L5 was my first instinct. But then I also thought, okay, I have quite a lot of strength here, and he's quite deep behind enemy lines, so maybe I can do something more strongly. On the other hand, I already thought that the right side was so bad for white, and the bottom left. I'm not shocked I'm winning by 10 or so points here. I'm ahead, not winning. So I chose the one that fixes my shape here the most, and also just like if he has to survive locally, it's not like he destroys that many points, and I just get more towards the center and can destroy the left side even more. So it's like Ash Vasquez once told me that invasions are endgame, which I thought was a very interesting point. They said that when I did an invasion, when my group in the center was still in trouble, and then I almost lost the game that I should have just won easy breezy. Well, maybe almost lost this a bit too much, but I got in some trouble. And so the reasoning was that invasion is basically taking away points, and if the strength you get the opponent is worth a lot and you just got the points, you're basically just destroying area. And destroying area is endgame. So you are taking endgame. You are giving the opponent middle game, but you are taking endgame when you invade. Which I thought was quite interesting way to put it. Yeah, even here, I really wanted to play here because Tiger Mouth, that feels good. But I did not like that I do give white some more RG here, and then there's also some RG here, right? You can cut now here, and then all of a sudden there's forcing moves here. You don't cut, I don't think, but you can now prevent that black gets to black peep or whatever. You can probably get outside. Like you prevent, for example, that black can now double Atari and capture everything, because now after this one you still have some options here. I don't know. I just didn't like the counterplay against this group, even though this group still has very easy ways to just connect here. So maybe this was a bit too passive. On the other hand, this is exactly the kind of move that I would usually not play because I think it's not efficient enough. And then I get into trouble because I leave weaknesses for the opponent and leave more weaknesses for the opponent. So Maybe that was an okay exchange for the opponent. But on the other hand, maybe later white actually would have preferred to play this way. And if I play this, then you again have some trouble with this kind of RG here. So and the cut here. So if you extend, for example, here, then maybe there is some RG here that's left. So I decided to just say, okay, thank you for fixing my shape, essentially. Now my group here has never any problems, and I can attack very strongly whatever comes my way here. And let white just connect under. Yeah, I was considering this, because technically you can cut white. But of course, it's also a lot more RG here now. And I have to still live with my group or kill this. And maybe this is actually worth, because now all of a sudden there's this RG2, right? So even if white can't make anything happen here, it still seemed very painful for me. So I didn't like that. And that's why I just decided to let white live locally, like so. Yeah, I thought this one, but I guess it makes sense, right? Here you just allow more RG, so here this one might actually be... P2 shocked me, but it makes sense, yeah. Yeah, maybe here I can actually peep immediately. Hmm. No, I'm not saying white is winning the capturing race. I'm just saying I didn't know. And I have a lot of RG on the outside, so... And I didn't think it was clearly better, so why pick the riskier option when you can pick the calm option and just win? Ah. But yeah, here I feel like actually the peep here, we fight if you cut. Yeah, even worse then. But even if you do, I don't think it's a good choice. Let's put it this way. Yeah, so I think I could have peeped here maybe earlier. Because now if white, I don't know, plays away, then this group is in trouble. And if now white does this, then I can still, I guess, do this and play here. What happened in the game again? Oh, the extend, yeah. So maybe this was a way, maybe this exchange should have come right now. And if I do get this exchange, again, because if this one comes now and we play the same way, now I can even play this one. Or actually, I have this cut now, so he can't even play this way. So if he have to play here, then I could still threaten to this whole group here. So if we assume that white has to respond here, and then we do the same as in the game, now if we do this one, kind of feels like I already have this good exchange here. Because actually, yeah, I can just cut. So white can't even play this way now. Yeah, interesting. Interesting thought that maybe if I can't get this one now, then he can't get this attachment. On the other hand, I'm not even sure if that attachment was any good for white, because he ignored this and all that to get a little bit more strength here. And then I got center again. So I don't know if that was all that worth it. And actually this strengthened me here, because before this, I was still a little bit worried about cuts like this. Right? Because now, even if I do this, there might be some RG here that at least white can get some profit here, or maybe even more. I don't know. If the ladder works, something happens here. But with these exchanges now if white does this, I mean, now I can just play here, or if I do this, there's for sure no ladder problem here, because, we just push this down towards this stone that I just got, or these two stones, so... I was very thankful for these exchanges in the end, so maybe I shouldn't be too worried about not getting this. Here, again, I mean, I could have played the cut here now immediately, I suppose. But is this area really that big? Like, white can just plop a stone here, and I'm not creating anything here anyway. And this, I learned my lesson from last game, where I tried way too hard. No, last game? Yes, last game, where I tried way too hard to keep my scent. Or it was the game before? Hang on. Now I'm confused about the order of games. No, it was the game before. Right here, it was the game where I tried too hard to keep my center instead of going for the big side moves. That was the one that I lost by 9.5. Here it was equal, by the way, or slightly better for white. Playing too much games today? This is my first game today. These are games from yesterday and the days before. That's why I said yesterday's game. Um, yeah, so I learned my lesson from that and saying, yeah, this center area is really not that interesting right now. But no, I don't play more than one long game per day usually. Um, but I do play like 4 to 5 long games per week at the moment, and then some faster games in between. And these long games really with the well, I review them this deeply and I review them under the staying home at the moment and I play them. So with let's say one game is not that big, but does not sound that much, or maybe like 4 to 5 mm, 4 to 5 games per week. But if you do it very intentionally and you also learn a lot from them, I think it's better than the 1 to 2 games I did the first half of this year. We would go J14? That's I don't think so. Let's have a quick look what AI thinks about that one. -2 points, yeah. Yeah, not a fan. It's probably still this one, to be honest. No, -1. Maybe it's my move. I was actually debating between this, and I was actually even thinking about this one. Now -4 points, that makes sense. I guess maybe Hane here is then the move. Maybe the defending the corner is big enough at this point. It's also not that. Okay, we will have to see later. I won't guess many more moves. Maybe my move is just perfectly fine. But yeah, anyway, so my point with this move is A, it gets me a few points, though it's a little, well, it's not that undercut because I do get this one in center essentially. So it does create a few points here. Later you could see it was quite important for my middle group to have some access here to get this eye here. Maybe not quite important, but it was helpful. My second reason is that if I don't play there, then white plays here, gets the points, and strengthens this group, and now this weakness here comes into play a lot more. So to me, this move was get some points in the base, take away a base, and strengthen my weakness here. Because now if white does this, now if the cut comes, I mean, now I can even just ladder, but I guess I could have laddered before. But now, even if a ladder doesn't work, I can just play here, and I'm already stronger due to this stone being here. Or if white does this one, maybe something like this, then I can just extend here. And if this one, now I have this stone to already get some counterplay. So anyway, long talk. Yeah, white really was very focused on destroying first the area here. Then I built something here. Then white tried too hard to destroy this. Like I said during the game. During the game, white basically made all their points in the first 50 moves of this game, and the rest of the game desperately tried to. Where did that come from? I did not say what. Okay, anyway, and the rest of the game desperately. But while we're at it, yeah, if you want to know more about this challenge, because I will later copy the levels that I already did with the description that you can see on the right side right now. That you can see down there. If you want to see the description of all the levels that came before and also know when I stream, consider joining my Discord. Also, there's some nice semi collections that I share there and endgame resources and all that good stuff. And the occasional meme, I suppose. Yeah, but the rest of the game, essentially, my opponent was just busy trying to destroy what I had built. And white, yeah, so white spent so many good. White spent go to here to live. Then white spent go to here to make a bit more shape. Then white spent go to here to get out here, where I was already strong everywhere. So I got to then, and I'm not sure which way to do this, but maybe if I jump wedge here. And then I actually was thinking about this, because now, oh, actually, white cannot connect these, because, okay, white can connect it like this, right? Then I play here. But then white can do this, and then I would have to come back, and then white is connected in center, so yeah, maybe not. Maybe then at this point I just leave it. Or not maybe, but for sure. And then I can go back and play here anyway. Maybe this one is better. But okay, the peep, the jump. White extended, which I thought was fine for me. I was briefly considering doing that one, but then I can't cut here. So there's a Sente, and then I got this one too. So you can see, right? While White was busy trying to destroy this, I got a base here and took away territory. I got a base here and took away territory while taking territory. And then White spent more moves to try to destroy this area. And then White spent another point here to not get cut off with this group, which is really. And yeah, then again, White. I did get a few points here, but maybe I could have gotten more instead playing here or here now. Or instead playing here or here now. And surround this. Maybe that would have been the better option. But on the other hand, White already spent so much here. I think I should be back, no? We are porosity. Okay. Yeah, but maybe this was, but also, I mean, to be fair, just living in the corner reduced a lot of uncertainty. So I stand by that choice. Yeah, and then actually here, did I need this move? Let's just say I don't know, I protect my corner now. Now if White did this one, I need to protect. Now if White does this one, that's a problem, right? Here, here, here is dead. I have to connect, right? Because otherwise this is just so. After this one, I have to connect. Then the Hane. And if block, then the descent. And if this, then the Atari. And this is just dead. Actually, this is just, there's no liberty, no reason to play this, yeah. So, yeah. Because there's some RG with this cut, but locally speaking, this I think was fine. Then I did get this. But yeah. Ah, yeah, here, okay, if I don't play there now, if I just if I just ignore and play here and capture this. No, that's -2. Oh, maybe instead I should actually defend here. Mm-hmm. That is the AI move, yeah. My move was a mistake. Yeah. Yeah, here I was too chicken. Just defending this area was actually pretty big because there was some weaknesses, especially after White got this one. And now again, white cannot do anything. Not even if it was to be some kind of sicky here. It's not like no. It's just not. I'm just B19. I panicked a little bit. I suppose just saying I don't know. And yeah, and then here I was maybe a little bit in maybe not panic, but maybe in like uh, I don't know what to do territory. And then after this one, I noticed, yeah, I should have played here, and I should have played here. This is the AI move, and at this point, it's still the AI move to play here. So there, I did lose a little bit here with these two moves. But as Chad was saying at this point, the game was just too good for me. Uh, that made a difference. And here I'm winning by 16, and in the end I won by 18, so I even gained a couple of points in the last 100 moves of this game. Yeah, actually, I was wondering if this now, this is not working, right? Here, I connect, and then this one. So I could have cut this off immediately. But my move was also fine. Yeah, also here, instead of this, because white pushing in doesn't really give that much for white, maybe it's better to just protect here. Anyway, rest of the game. Was just about this core, I suppose. Oh, and was there some point white defended here, but was there some point where, yeah, maybe at this point here now. So if I do play this one, then white can still push in here. White can, I guess this one is not center, right? So you can kind of say that this is like a 2.5 points for black, I suppose. And then you do get this honey here. Do you get this? I guess as long as this is an I, because white could now maybe do, but the white can't do it in center. Maybe, let's say white now ignores and I play here. But then white can defend this way. So the descent here, I would first have to play here, and then here, and then I guess, no, but then white can still just play this one. So I would have to play this one anyway, and only then is the connect here center after I Hane here. So yeah. Yeah. And I think connecting here or like playing here, okay, let's actually see here. Oh, the cut was slightly better. Okay, sure. Yeah, because I was just thinking because this one, you can't even capture the stone anyway. Yeah, okay, fair enough. It was bigger, but also because of some archer here, maybe. Oh. Yeah, and then this was huge. I think that's where I gained the points in the end game, and then the rest of the game was relatively meaningless, I suppose. For hang on, let's quickly look. It was plus 18. Yeah, because here this was the last mistake by my opponent. Then it was 18 and a half from here on. So 232. 300. The game lasted 300 moves. 299 moves. So if after this one, so the last 70 moves of this game were kind of meaningless, I suppose. Not much to learn from that. Or, I mean, even after this, even here, I do get, okay, whoa, what? Okay, that must be, ah, what? Yeah, because this is Sente, sure, sure, and then this one is Sente. I guess. Yeah, and then this was no good, but then, okay. Yeah, I didn't think that was weird by me, this move. Now playing these, that was what where I lost a little bit in this end game. Yeah, that's that's a little bit crazy. In the middle of a toe fight, ignore the threat to play your own big threats. What? All right, let's go from the start with AI. I think actually no. I will keep doing just the level up after I completely reviewed the game, but just to show because you can't see if I don't show you because of the layout. Yeah, this was pretty smooth. And my opponent once again, he was like I think 5'8" with 3 wins in the last 4 games, so not a weak 8 done by score. And I mean, it's like 11 p.m. Maybe not the best time to play a game, but the mistakes happened very early in the game. So like, and these are the kind of mistakes I that feel more knowledge based than oh I'm tired, I'm making silly mistakes. I don't know. Maybe my opponent also had a challenge to play as passively as possible. Too far? No. Okay. Um, okay. Yeah, not much to see about this opening, right? The famous minus 0.3 for this double hand in Joseki. Okay, actually, this one is a move? I have never seen this. Anyway, capture. What is the point of this move, by the way? Do you? No, you don't. You capture, right? No, weird, weird. Okay, anyway, guess it just move order difference, whatever. Oh, wow. That is the correct move here. I guess it makes sense, right? Because white's is weakest here. Not sure. And then, yeah, indeed, this one would have been the correct move. Oh, yeah, C16. I actually briefly thought about C16 because I remember that as being a variation. Mm, but it's also kind of really this direction. Okay, I would have played here. Um, yeah, it makes some sense, right? With the cut here and with some RG here. For black, I think it make. I don't know. I don't. I would play it here. Play here as white. Or I would play here rather. And then, actually, isn't this move? Yeah, this is the move. I forgot about that. Just jumping, not extending. Extending is no bueno. Extending would have been the inaccuracy, but actually playing this one, I now it's coming back to me, the shapes. And then you just descend here and do some kind of voodoo here that kind of leads to the similar situations that I said earlier when you descend and white or you attach and white extends. Right? We can also quickly look at this. No, just return to this one. Nope, that one. Yeah. Then white can extend and then this leads into some complicated stuff. Oh, right. This is where you needed the ladder. Yeah, exactly. This is where you need the ladder as white. That's the variation now. Because now if you have a ladder, you can actually play this way, and I guess that is for later ladder makers? Yeah. Yeah. And then it's still equal though? No, what do you extend? And then you... Wow. Okay, I guess this is 50 play out AI just bugging out because this is not working. But I guess, yeah, that if the ladder works, this is an option for white. Anyway, I didn't have to worry about it because I just played away. And then played this one, which was also fine. Oh, by the way, something about 3-3 not being you shouldn't play here right now because the 3-3 still at RG. AI wants me to use this immediately. Just because you do get this incentive, and then you have a co in the corner anytime. Well, later, or you wow, the cut. Okay. Anyway, that's not the game. Then this, yeah. This one was only -1 point, but it would have been better to play here. Yeah, then the jump was good. Surprisingly, the Hane here is also only -2 points. That's where I got my 2 point lead. Oh, now it says this is a half point worse. Okay, whatever. But this is also half point. The solid connection is better. The peep is not good, but this should be connected, so it turned out to be okay. Ah, This is minus 1.3, but not because I should have saved my corner. That would have been minus 2.5. But because I should have either continued here or now play this one first, maybe? Let's say white plays the low one. What does it think about this move now? Now it's only minus 0.3. So my move locally, the local move was fine. Just that this exchange has to happen first. And if white now ignores, I can push once, I suppose, and then I can still fight here. And then like, oh, I could play here. Or okay, anyway, I like my move. And then this one was another minus 2 points. So essentially, white spent a move here, minus 1, spent another minus 2, spent another minus 2, and then spent another minus 4.5. And that's how I was 7 points ahead at move 54. Yeah, all of those are still, I mean, fine-ish, but the capture really took the cake. I was kind of shocked when my opponent captured here. That, I mean, I'm not good at sacrificing stones. I don't like to trade my stones. Maybe this challenge will make me a master trader. There is a challenge coming up about trades, but not in chapter 1. Minor spoilers here and there. I have a lot of ideas. Anyway, so I usually don't really. I'm not a big fan of giving up my stones because I have some Q maternity left in my 5-dan hood, I suppose. EGF 5-dan, Fox 8-dan hood. But yeah, that was correct. Then descent is better. Then after this you do block. Cause yeah, then after the cut you do just fight here. Alright, okay, so that was a bit soft, but also he shouldn't descend, he should play this one or play this one, apparently. So then it turned out to be actually better for me, black plus 8. Wow, actually, the attach shouldn't even happen. This I remember this attach being a thing, yeah. But actually, no, it's also minus 1.5. But I have seen this attach before. Anyway, this turned out to be, yeah, this was fine. What about this move right away? No, that would have been a mistake. So this was good. Then white spent actually only minus 1, huh? This challenge will probably be more less restrictive like that, and more about if I have no justification that I have to save stones, I have to sacrifice them. Something like that. Okay, but then this was actually not a good exchange. I guess that was just maybe a co-thread missing. Okay, and then I should be more strong here with this. Or defend my... Oh, that's interesting, actually. Interesting. That just defending my Moyo like this. But... Okay. Okay, let's see. Let's see my other options that I had here. If I played here... That's minus 1.6. If I bump here, that's minus 1.9. This one was minus 0.8. Ignoring would have been best. Okay, so... okay, so this exchange was slightly better for me. But my best way was still to just ignore. Because that's just the AI way. And I suppose we just connect solidly. Okay. So we just ignore this. Oh no, now the descent. Okay. So locally my descent. Let me actually quickly check. What about this one? This one would have been minus 1.5. So locally speaking, and what about this one? That's also something I thought about, but then I discarded because I didn't like. Okay. Yeah, the descent actually, locally speaking, is very fine. Yeah, and then this was correct. This one would have been minus 5. Oof. Yep, okay. That would have made the game close. Oh. See, I did think about this tiger move, and I thought, yeah, no, what's no good because then white can poke here. I did not consider this tiger move at all for some reason, but it makes so much sense now that I see it. It removes so much RG on the outside. Oh, interesting. But okay, -1. Fine. Oh, by the way, not the best move locally here. This is still the blue move. But okay, that was fine. Yeah, peep here would have been +6. And then the response would have not been this one. But then I get to also get this one. Wow, okay. And then if this one, I suppose the white group is not alive locally like this. Right? Famously, this is not an alive shape. This you just push. No, you push here, obviously. Yeah, okay, interesting. So white needs to resist now because if you do play this, then this white group struggles to make life. Wow. Okay, I did not consider that. I thought this group was safe as it is. So white should count. Okay, if let's say white now Tenukis, like I suggested earlier, as not a good choice, then you don't even push down here. You don't get the push downs points. That would have been -5 points. But why? Oh, because white has this one in Sente to threaten to connect up. I see. Okay, and then you can't kill. All right, but that's fun. Anyway, if I had gotten this exchange, that would have been a great exchange. And then if I now play this, I guess white can't play this one as easily. Anyway, white did get this one, and I got this one, and yeah. I didn't think about it during the game when white extended, but I guess I did expect this one instead. Huh? So again, this lost another 4 points for the opponent. And then I should peep immediately. Okay. And I should peep immediately. And if now white does protect, then this is still -2. What about from the other side? Okay, that would have been better. Okay, it's literally just the whole time this is just the move, the blue move. So this being a mistake is kind of eh. And all of these being bad. But okay, again, this also lost a little bit, so now I'm helped by 13. Okay, that is just not the best move locally, yeah. Yeah, okay, fine, fair enough. I should play this one. I was thinking about that one. And then after connect. Right, I think at this point I was too focused on getting the points on the top side to attack from this direction. But of course, I don't need to take away the base here. I can just create points in the center now like this, yeah. Yeah, pretty much, yeah. But okay, this was also not the correct move by my opponent. And then it was only black +10 at this point here. And I should indeed, yeah, because this one was a bit weird, that's true, because here I didn't really protect my corner. And I guess I'm building something here, but I'm weaker on this side, so I should have protected from this side while attacking. Or just live in the corner. That's another option to reduce because now white can no longer easily do this and then threaten to do something like this against the corner, right? Anyway, so that was a bit weird. But okay, then connecting here was once again not good. Then I did get the peep, and then I played this, which was... I could have also surrounded, but even living in the corner just solidly like this would have been the best, apparently. But this was also completely good. Yeah, then the jump. Then I thought about the attachment for a second there, but that went against the basics of attacking, so I just played this, but fine, okay, sure. Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought after. I only considered local moves here. That's actually something that. Hmm, that is also going to be in later levels that whenever the like something like whenever the opponent plays a forcey move to see if I actually need to respond, like because this attachment clearly says respond to me, right? But later now in review, I thought, do I even? I mean, well, the white group's already pretty strong. White can't really reduce this area or build something here, so maybe I just defend my corner, and that's exactly the blue move here. So let me make a note of that. Uh, yeah, you should see my document. It's just a huge mess of ideas. It's like a 23-page document. Yeah, and then of course Hane is a bit more forceful, but I didn't like the. I guess I could just extend here, or oh, okay, Atari here, and then if White does this, I could just extend here even and fight, or Atari and fight. Yeah, true. I'm strong enough here, but again, the best way would have been just to defend my corner, and then the only chance that White has left is to severely attack here. But because of this cut being almost like having all of these center moves after that cut, it's also pretty tricky. Ah, and here again, I had the chance to now just defend. This one was right. White is alive here. White is essentially alive here. So this move tried to separate two pretty alive groups. For me, this move was not necessarily an attacking move and more of, oh, the opponent already played so passive, maybe they respond one more time. But it was also about defending this area. So I can defend that move in that extent if it wasn't a pure attacking move. But yeah, that I think I even here considered to defend here. I might have been wrong, but on the other hand, that did make the game a lot safer. And then at this point, I'm already ahead by 17, and White should even just invade to take away the corner, I suppose, or some kind of co. Oh, I should even just keep the corner like this, but okay. White should also Hane here. What should I do here? Should I extend or bump? What if I bump? That's not good, because White just Ataris and plays the Tiger move, I suppose. But then I do get this one in center. Anyway, then, okay, White should indeed not block. White should let me squeeze, because then White can Tenuki. And, oh no, White doesn't Tenuki. White cannot Tenuki. What? And it's black plus 16. Oh, I guess it's just because... No, I don't quite understand this one yet. Why? Is it just that you get more points from... I guess White didn't really get much points here, right? And this is not really that creating that more points for black. And this leaves a couple of cuts where maybe later the Hane still is sente or cut and so on. And you do need to spend this move anyway. Anyway. And you do get to connect here, or you do get to connect here, and which was not good. Oh, is this one immediately? Okay, fair. Anyway, if this one, then White just descends. No, then White just cuts. Yeah, if this one, hang on, one move before that. Now, instead of blocking this one and this one, oh, but then White can just extend, no? And then I guess you jump and you strengthen your group, your core, your area here anyway. And then you block. Okay, fine. So connecting was not amazing, but White should have played here, okay. Okay, and then I should not protect my area here, but I should actually go here now. Actually, that makes sense. This makes sense because this way you do take away the eye here and you don't allow White to get the center, so it's like a reverse center. plus, because now if white jumps in, let's say white does something solid here. Now you can jump here. Still threaten these stones, and eventually there is this peep here, and then this whole group just dies. Yeah, that makes sense. That's probably big enough, huh? Now it's black plus 88. Okay, so that's a good end game. I did think about h60, h18, but for some reason I didn't quite think about this being reverse center that also. I didn't think about it in both reverse center and in attacking. My brain thought about the move a couple of times separately here, I suppose. But okay. Again, I was so comfortably ahead. I'm 22 points ahead here if I now attack. If I don't like this and give white this, then it's still 20 points at this point. And then I lost a bit because I didn't defend here earlier. Even at this point already, I should play here because it's not like white can cut here, so the best white can. That's actually true. Yeah, here once again you can see, right? I mean, maybe it was because I was ahead by that much and that I just thought, yeah, just respond, just respond. But that's how you can lose closer games. And especially endgame has taught me a lot to Tenuki more and to just ask, what is the opponent actually threatening, or okay, there's a go to follow up or something like this. So I did not even consider to just Tenuki this. Yeah. I don't know if that's the main lesson of this game, but it could be a main lesson of this game that I should consider more, even when I feel good about the game, or maybe especially then, I should consider more what is a local move actually threatening. Because here you can see the attachment. I just responded and I didn't even think about Tenuki. Um, Essentially an attachment, right? This push here is an attachment to this stone, kind of, or taking away a liberty. Um, I didn't even think about just Tenuki here, and that playing here and getting something big and reducing also the RG of this kind of peep was just bigger than anything that white can do, because all a white can do is really play here, and then the push in might already be questionable because of the cut here, right? Yeah, you can see. Then after this, there is also some RG against these stones in the middle. Then you can cut at this point already and capture them. And if white instead now insists, then you already connected here, so white can't do it. This. If white now connects, then you can just connect, and white has to protect here. And then you can protect, and then later you can still attack in the middle and do something here. So especially now that this move is here and white doesn't have, we have even more force against this. But then white defended, which was strange at this point. It's worth something, but it's too early. And then yeah, essentially here at this point, all the mistakes came from we should have played here. Yeah, and then white did, and then the game after this was there was not that much happening after that. Because the end game here is not that interesting to review when the game has already so much more to offer. But yeah, that's that. Oh, it's already 8 p.m. Whew. How long have I been streaming? Almost 3 hours. Yeah, okay. I guess I started also pretty late, yeah. All right, but I can't go run anyway because it's still pretty hot outside, so I will have dinner, I suppose. Oh, and I think it's safe to say, I think we can agree that I passed the challenge on this game because clearly I didn't. Clearly, it was my opponent who did the invading. So staying home seems to pay off for me. 1 half point loss and 1 clear win. Or maybe just the whole challenge is starting to. Honestly, I'm still a little bit shocked because I was ready to lose almost all of my games in chapter one because it's such a drastic change of how I play. But maybe it really is the antidote to the poison I have been introducing into my games bit by bit, like into my bloodstream. Of course, I could now be punished for what I just said and lose the next 10 games in a row, but I'm here to learn. So, anyway, yeah, thank you for watching. Let's see if there's someone to raid. Sarah? Also, I mean, it's of course very annoying that internet keeps cutting off, but at least it's very considerate that it almost only cuts off when I'm reviewing and not when I'm playing the game. So I guess that's uh, the good in the bad. uh, all right. Hey, where's chat? Where's the chat window? Ah! Oh, what? Okay. I guess there's only bad, so the decision who to raid is decided for me. And yeah, thanks for watching, and be back hopefully a bit earlier tomorrow. But once again, I really need to have better sleep. I kind of fell asleep during meditation again. Maybe it's also the 80 kilometers that I run every week, but yeah. Anyway, bye bye.
Error. I don't understand. Also, yeah, we'd totally be like doing other things. Go Dave, rating party of 12. Greetings, Mr. Go Dave. How went your games? Did we do games today, or did you do life and death? For those of you who like doing life and death, Go Dave often does life and death. So if you want to see someone who actually can read their way out of a wet paper bag, you probably want to follow. Oh, you don't? Oh, you only do games now. Never mind. Scratch everything I just said about that. Games all day long. Follow Go Dave. I created a summer challenge for myself. Oh, what's the challenge? Pacifist challenge. Well, what a coinky dink. Colossus is doing the exact same thing at Go Congress right now, the US Go Congress. He was white in this game, and you can see here, he's like really playing passive here. Just really playing passive here. Yeah, he's doing the exact same challenge, and it's winning for him. He just promoted to Fordon. Yeah, he is promoted to Fordon now. Now, unfortunately, his opponent is also apparently doing a pacifist challenge. So they're currently in this fight to see who can be more passive. Unfortunately, white cut, so he lost that fight. Yeah, black is being more passive. Yeah, I don't like this. I don't like these go-to moves. I don't like these go-to moves. I like these. I definitely like those. This seems strange. This is, yeah, bye-bye co-threats. We didn't need you anyway, right? Not sure why we're Atariing over our group. Like, I'm on board with the leaning, because if they ignore you, you've just killed their stone. So I'm totally on board with that. So if you want to do that, that seems okay. I wouldn't like losing these stones, but you know, you could follow up. So you're getting what you wanted. But this seems strange. Been working 50-50 on Fox 18 last 80 games. That's a thing. When I was playing 8 Dons on Fox, it was very strange that they were so much more passive compared to the 7 Dons. And we're not going to ever talk about the 6 Dons because I'm pretty sure half of them are on crack. But yeah, it was weird. They were very, very passive. Yeah, I think they're scared of ranking back down. It's like, I don't want to go back down to those lower levels. No, I want to stay here. I want to stay here where things make sense. Over there, they're crazy. This is where I want to stay. Totally makes sense. Another thing, though, another thing that you can sometimes see is if you find a really passive player, you can go into their games list and you'll see if they just rank down. Because like Made